I'll be all right. I'm just glad we got the win today.
And what was this offense able to do to get things clicking there in the second quarter? It seemed like you tended to stall out in the first few drives of the game before finding your footing.
Yeah, they're probably the best defense we've played all year. They got a great scheme and they mix it up. They do a great job of mixing it up. So, we started off with a lot of bad field position early. And then we just had to stay patient and figure it out. They're a defense that makes you earn it. So, we knew we had to be patient with this defense. Just glad we did enough today.
Yeah, I'm ready. There you go.
And appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Hey, Cole. So this team finally got fans in the stands. Just what was it like to see fans there and, hear that momentum as, the game kept going on?
It definitely gave me the boost that I needed I needed a little extra to get me through today. So I appreciate it for sure. We got our juices and adrenaline flowing more so than normal. So it was everything that we needed today. I'm glad they finally let them in.
Hey, Cole, Matt Bove here. I think most fans watching that probably had a near heart attack probably at the end of the game. What were the emotions like down on the field and on the sideline?
It was the same way. So we're into the game just as much as they are, and we want to win bad too. So we invested so much into this stuff, man. So these up and down games like this are emotional roller coasters for us, and it's really hard to come down from them. It'll be hard to sleep tonight, but hopefully we can get some rest.
And then I guess, these last couple games for you guys have been pretty comfortable wins, at least on the scoreboard. Does it do anything for you guys as you get ready to try and make a playoff run to win a close, tight game?
Well, this is the playoffs. This is what it's going to be, and it's going to come down to the wire every time. You know what I mean? So we're going to try to blow people out, because that's what we do. But on offense, we want to score points, but it's not necessarily going to be like that all the time. We're playing a lot of good football teams, and they were a great football team. So it doesn't matter if they're the last seed or the 7th, the 1st, the 2nd, they're all good now. You know what I mean? So, and teams play their best football at the end of the year in the playoffs, so we're going to have to play our best football to win.
Thank you.
Hey, Cole, Mike Catalana. Gabe Davis made 2 huge plays for you guys right before the end of the first. For a rookie to do that first playoff game, you've been watching him all year. What's to say about him?
He's been doing it all year, so I expect nothing different. He's not a rookie anymore. He's a veteran at this point, so we expect him to make veteran plays, and he's done that. He's done a great job. He's got a great head on his shoulders, and he's going to continue to do that for us.
And you've referenced a couple of times the Houston game last year, the playoffs, which was a wild one, kind of like this one was today. Did you think about it at all today? Have you put that back out? And is that game gone now?
Oh, no. The game's gone now. We've already learned from it, and we've already made the adjustments that we needed to from that game last year all season. So that game's in the past.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, I love that I was able to do that again.
Hey, Cole, Matt Fairburn here. Can you hear me? I'm curious, Josh Allen's ability to make plays off script and off platform. What has that meant to your offense?
That's what makes us so hard to really contain. It's him. You know what I mean? He's a big difference maker for us. He's the engine that makes this thing run. We just got to do our best to be as good as him for him. That makes sense.
Yeah. What did you notice about him and his demeanor throughout this game, even in the second half, as things started to get a little crazy there?
He's such a different player mentally this year than he was last year, and he's been it all year. So it's still the same from the season to the playoffs. So that's who he is, and we're gonna follow him everywhere he goes because we know he's he's everything that we need to get there. So we got to protect him as much as possible. Do everything we can to make it easy on him. It's rare you get with players like that.
Thanks, Cole.
Hi, Cole. It's Jay Skursky with the Buffalo News. I apologize if you were asked this already. You probably were, but was there ever any doubt that you were going to play, and how did you feel physically?
No, there was no doubt. I felt good enough
Did you have to apologize to Coach McDermott there at the end in the fourth quarter? It looked like you made pretty good contact with him on one play.
Oh no, I didn't even notice that I hit him. I was kind of upset about my route on that one.
Gotcha. And then just Stephon Diggs, another monster game. He's been doing it for you all year. What can you say about his performance?
Yeah, we've seen it all year. He's a big difference maker for us. He's that big play guy that we need. Him and Gabe have both done good jobs in that regard. When they stretch the field and help me out for sure. And being out there along with John Brown. And even the tight ends we got. We have so many weapons, man. It's just so hard to defend. All these moving parts kind of work together. I'm helping them, they're helping me. So, you need that to be a good football team offensively.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah.
Cole Beasley with the Hawkins, Waffle Sports 1080. Just one out there today. Hey, how much did the poor field position affect your play calling in that first half?
Anytime you start off backed up in your own territory, it's tough, especially when you're inside the 5. So, you don't want to have a bad situation turn into a worse situation. You can't turn the ball over because they're going to get points pretty much. You don't want to get a safety either, so you kind of just got to do your best to get out of there, and then you can really run your offense. You can't really. It's hard to run your normal offense backed up like that. So we got to do a better job next game of trying to start off with better field position to help us out.
Right. How was Bills Mafia able to energize you guys today?
Oh, it was huge. I know I needed extra juice from them, so that got me going. I don't know if I've been this excited or had this much adrenaline for a game in a while. Definitely, don't know when you're like the first game. It was weird not having fans, but then you sort of get used to it. But then you kind of forget what it's like to have them out there, and it wasn't even all of them. So, but it seemed like it was. So it was a good feeling to have them back out there.